Do you still remember the reason why you picked your class? Well, I do, and I remember it like yesterday. Well, because it's literally when I started the game. The reason I picked the witch was definitely not because of watching Asmongold's stream while I waited for my verification email, but rather I wanted to play lazily since this is a very grindy game, as it is in their name, Grinding Gear Games. And personally, I like gang. Don't get me wrong, the witch is very strong, maybe the strongest early game there is, but she falls off so hard, like jumping off a. Alright, let's break down her kit. From someone which just cleared Act 3 using the witch. Pros: she's a sassy golf mommy. Minions have crazy scaling from buffs and skill tree. She's a god in 5v5 teamfights. She has renewable energy using corpses. One of the safest class in the game, well, until your minion dies. All kinds of strong buffs and debuffs. Alright, cons. She is heavily support oriented, as only 2 out of 24 of her skills do any direct damage. She is the slowest class in the game with 0 dashes or CC. Although she scales hard, the lack of points to just upgrade the minion stats on the skill tree is detrimental. Heavily reliant on corpses as spirits or resources that you need to use for the summons is very limited, and most only have 60 base spirit, while each summon takes around 30. Not to mention buffs also uses spirit. Minion dies equals 0 damage, as bosses in the mid game can easily 2-shot your minions. If the bosses don't summon mobs for you to use as corpses, you can only dodge like in the Matrix while waiting for your minions to respawn, while just spamming Firewall and Raging Spirit combo, hoping not to die. But all is good as your minions can do enough damage for you not to suffer. But it all came crashing down when I met him. Black Joe. There we go. Oh my god. This monstrosity can easily AoE one-shot even tanks with a full combo. Not to mention a squishy little mage like me. Like most bosses, they have tracking, just so in case that you somehow dodge his attacks. We can't dodge the last one? Really? Fucking hell. Just that last hit alone can take me out, huh? His range is so fucking big. Your dodge throw cannot dodge it. You just get instant fucking stun locked. Like, what the fuck do you do? This little shit have tracking AoE that hits you from across the tiny room that they stuff you in. Did I also mention that his attacks are AoE, and the last hit of the 3-hit AoE combo is a big ass cone that hits you as long as you're in the room with him. I see why now. It's a fucking triangle. It goes straight and it goes triangle. I'll try and stand closer to him and see whether it helps. Oh, by the way, he also ignores your minions and goes straight for that sweet, sweet ass of yours. And we just So basically you can't stand too far from him. If not, he's gonna fuck you. If you stand too close to him, he's gonna fuck you. Oh, thank God there's a help mechanic. Bro, he vaporized. Now what? Fuck this! I lost count of how many I fucking died, bro. He's accounted to all witches. And unless you can tank one full combo, or you stick very close to him as a mage, you will be one-shotted. That said, the only blessing is that he is an optional boss, and the 10% fire resist is just not worth the effort and the heartache. But what about Blackjaw 2 or even 3? To be honest, you could say that I have given up on the traditional witch, as the witch damage comes from corpses and her skeletons. But for those of you who are more alert, might notice I said almost. Well, it's because I went completely in another direction. A witch that does not rely on her minions or corpses, even though that's the majority of a kit. Well, if you're curious, stay tuned for my next video on how one single skill saved my witch build. Alright, that's all from me for today. If you like it, do all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out.